Nowadays exist many actors of change, so it might be said that anyone can construct what our world means or represents for society. Then, could something as video games become a powerful tool to overcome and transcend our realities? And not a dangerous question. Because if the answer is yes, it brings two more concerns. First, how are those digital worlds capable of changing our perspective and relationship about the physical one? And second, are they proving a discourse to learn critical thinking and become free from established concepts, orders, and meanings? About the first one, some authors differ on how people conceive the world and they decide to reinterpret it. Hegel explained it was achieved through history, and there are many famous examples of this theme. Assassin's Creed Saga, Call of Duty World War II and Cold War, and an oriental one called Ghost of Tsushima. Assassin's Unity let us understand the bloody process suffered during the French Revolution period, proving a personal approach to the anger and fear of the servants with the crown, offering the conclusion that even something valid today had violent origin with the exclusive purpose of providing freedom, equality, and fraternity. For this, using historical events through an immersive experience allows the user to reconsider its choices on the game and how they might differ from their actions in real life. The goal is simply to construct and deconstruct the subject, to finally give him a new framework of what is acceptable and what is not, and the necessary power to do it. Yes, it's extremely hard to compare a virtual world with the physical one. Moreover, because of these games, the situations and the contexts are quite different from real ethics. But in the end, the subjectivity of the player still prevails in both affecting his or her development on them. And the internal dialogue about wishing to have those experiences in real life makes them wonder how much identity is yours, how do they consolidate in a proper way, and how much approval needed on both worlds to feel truly accepted. Now, on the second question, I will say they provide a sense of freedom. We must remember people tend to get philosophical answers that prove a sense of fullness by knowing the origin of them as individual and the world they interact with. Video games usually both valid rules, whether political, social, economic, or cultural ones, and transform them into a new context where players are able of stealing, murder, Star Wars, Anthem, and even the way of having sex. Gramsci believed in emancipation as a counter-tool to transcend and overcome actual society. That's exactly what people do when they play, taking advantage of the opinion of creating a new individuality free from any social contract or hierarchical order, being only validated by themselves and their power. Watch Dogs, The Witcher, League of Legends, Dragon Ball Xenoverse are all fictional worlds where the construction of their subjectivity is not only being affected by special objects as symbols, but also with the practices on the game elevating the meaning of what is true for them. Even the kind of language used might influence character development and thus in explaining to the player that there is an infinite catalog of opinions for deciding what we want to be and how we're going to do it. There exists skepticism and replacement of what is God, evil, fate, and humanity, changing the spatial and temporal context fast, maybe too fast to comprehend how it could influence their thoughts. So, if people are not careful, there could happen an objectification of the player whose complex philosophical and political questions are solved too easy without a critical rationalization because of this new kind of technological alienation. In conclusion, our world, actions, perceptions, and relations now go beyond what we ever imagined. Fantastic histories and technological tools might and will revolutionize our interaction and learning from different cultures and societies, letting us rethink how this can affect us and if we are prepared to change what has been established by escaping from this comfort zone and transcend the role and purpose that has been given to us, altogether transforming and uniting what our world's meant to be.